Yo, it's funny how things fall into place just like that. Before this video went up, I was contemplating making a speculation video about the idea of Sonic being at the Game Awards this year, even though I find it highly unlikely given how Sonic's past run-ins quote-unquote with the Game Awards turned out. And then I happened to pop up on Twitter over the weekend, and I see something very peculiar that led to me making this video. A website link for Sonic Frontiers. Now, to get it out of the way, I'm not taking credit for this discovery. That honor goes to a fellow Sonic tuber known as Jeremiah, who shared the link via his Twitter account. So if you happen to like Sonic content, please go and look up his channel and give him a thumbs up. Anyway, about the website link, it reads like this: frontiers.sonicthehedgehog.com. This checks out for two reasons that I'm gonna lay on the table right now. First of all, Sega recently filed trademarks for both Sonic Frontiers and Sonic Origins, their next upcoming Sonic titles, one of which is the next mainline Sonic game. So yes, Sonic Frontiers is indeed the confirmed title of the next mainline Sonic game, and is currently set to drop in 2022. I don't think that'll happen though. I'm pretty sure there'll be a delay to 2023, but I'd like to be wrong. Secondly, when you go to click the link for Frontiers, you get an access denied message, which I expect would be the case because Frontiers was never given an official reveal, unless you count that teaser clip on Sonic Central as a reveal, but personally, I don't. Also, if the site for Frontiers did not exist, you would instead be getting a "this site cannot be reached" message when you try clicking the link. Instead, you get an access denied message, which all but confirms its existence. Usually, I'm not so bold as to assert that things will happen before they do happen, but in this case, I have enough confidence to do exactly that. Now, all of this in mind, I'd like to remind you guys of something that's happening this Thursday: the Game Awards. If you don't know what that is, well, it's as the name suggests. We celebrate the gaming industry by nominating notable figures within it, as well as a lineup of game titles based on their respective categories. Seems like a simple explanation, but it should be enough to get the point across, I think. Anyway, the Game Awards is set to happen this Thursday, December 9th, across all of their respective channels. And I mentioned in a previous upload that given at the end of the year, we may finally be getting more news about Sonic in relation to Sonic Origins, Sonic Frontiers, or maybe even a Sonic movie sequel at the Game Awards. However, as I said earlier, I find this unlikely for two reasons. First of all, before the first live-action Sonic movie dropped in 2020, Geoff Keighley, who is the leading figure for the Game Awards, made a Periscope video where he goes into a Q&A about the 2019 edition of the Game Awards. In that video, he dropped this exact quote: "Yeah, we love Sonic, so Sonic may make an appearance in some form inside of the show." This quote came out not long after the reveal of Sonic's redesign for the first movie. Newsflash, he was nowhere to be found when the Game Awards happened that year. Now, to be fair, Geoff did say may, not definitely, so he didn't outright confirm that Sonic would be included in the event, but in my honest opinion, if you aren't sure if a specific character is going to be involved in your event, you probably should not say anything about them at all, especially given your reputation. But that may just be me being picky, so don't read too much into this, please. But a second incident unfolded 1.5 years later involving the same team responsible for running the Game Awards, and I became quite suspicious about how exactly the Game Awards sees Sonic. Anybody else here remember the Summer Game Fest that happened back in June? I made a couple videos about that, one of which included Sonic Unleashed. But yeah, Summer Game Fest is another event that's handled by the same team that brings us the Game Awards, and it was held back in June. During Sonic Central, which happened a month beforehand, Sega promised us a preview of the Sonic 30th Anniversary Symphony being shown at the Summer Game Fest, and of course we got exactly that. But before the Game Fest actually happened, they dropped a hype reel which included a brief clip of the opening cutscene for Sonic Colors Ultimate. The second we saw this, we started getting really hyped about possibly seeing more than just the preview of the Sonic Symphony. Unfortunately, that was not the case. All we got was Symphony preview, which was hyping up itself, but due to the miscommunication tied to the usage of the opening clip for Sonic Colors Ultimate, we felt a little let down, not to mention misled. The misunderstanding about Sonic being at the 2019 Game Awards was one thing, but this on the other hand falls into its own category. If we weren't going to see anything about Colors Ultimate at the Summer Game Fest, then footage about the game should never have been used in the hype reel at all. They should have instead used footage of the Symphony, as it would have been far more accurate for the preview of the event itself. And then, we would not have felt misinformed. So guys, next time you run the Summer Game Fest, you might want to be a little bit more accurate with your presentation, please. It'd really be appreciated. If you're among those hoping that Sonic will pop up at the Game Awards this year, then I'm sorry about that. I'm really not trying to get your hopes down. Besides, it's not like I had the answers to everything, and I definitely want this take to age poorly. So, if the guys running the Game Awards are watching this video right now, then I have a message for them. I'm ready for them to prove me wrong. So do it! But with the timing by which certain events happened, there may still be reason for us to be optimistic. For one, there's a Frontiers trademark being finalized earlier in November, and then there's this website for Sonic Frontiers that just came up. Oh, and there's something else I can point you toward that may give you reason to be hopeful. This Twitter post by Geoff Keighley, where he says that he saw the final cut of a Game Awards world premiere that he has been working on with the developer for 2.5 years. This definitely extends to include the possibility of Sonic Frontiers, because Sega has been quiet about their next mainline game since Sonic Forces, and no, I don't count Team Sonic Racing or Sonic Colors Ultimate as mainline titles for Sonic. For one, Team Sonic Racing is a spin-off game, and secondly, Colors Ultimate is a remaster. When I say new mainline game, I mean a new game, an unexplored concept for the Sonic series, and neither of the games I just named qualify for that. Not to say they aren't enjoyable though, but that's a separate discussion entirely. With all of this in mind, Sonic Forces was the last mainline release for Sonic, and that came out in 2017, which was 4 years ago. So if Sonic Frontiers releases as scheduled, that makes it a 5-year gap in between two of Sonic's mainline games. Or if Frontiers gets delayed like I strongly suspect it will, that would make it at least a 6-year gap, maybe longer than that. So it's not like Sega hasn't been releasing other things to keep us held over for until the next big game, as we did get Sonic Mania Plus, Team Sonic Racing, and Sonic Colors Ultimate, along with various updates to mobile titles. So we've definitely been eating good. But with everything they've given us already, it really does make you wonder how much they devoted in the way of resources towards the next mainline game. Hopefully to a considerable degree. Now, there's a reason I brought up the release date for Sonic Forces. Referring back to the post from Geoff about this premiere he's been working on for 2.5 years alongside a developer, Forces came out 4 years ago. 2.5 of those years could very well have been spent working on the premiere of Sonic Frontiers. Possibly anyway. And before anybody gets picky and points out how Sega is a publisher, let me remind you that they do have Sonic Team. This post could be referring to Sonic Frontiers or to a different game entirely. You have to admit though, with everything else that's been happening, it does line up nicely. But just to make it clear, this does not confirm anything, so please do not take this video as the gospel. As always, adopt a wait-and-see approach. But as much as I want to be hopeful that they're finally pulling back the curtain on Sonic Frontiers this week, at the same time I'm still largely skeptical. Because of the two shaky run-ins Sonic has had with the Game Awards by now, one in 2019 and one earlier this year. It could all have just been unintended miscommunication, it does happen, but for it to happen twice in a row, I don't know man, something may be feeling up here. But again, I'd like to be proven wrong. Regardless of wherever you stand on this, I still recommend that you check out the Game Awards this week, as it is always a fun time. Some groundbreaking reveals that stood out to me at the event were Sephiroth and Joker being added to Smash Ultimate as DLC, the announcement of Soul Calibur 6, and the reveal of Mortal Kombat 11. Those were definitely some intense moments. And even if nothing should pop up this week, that still leaves us with the fact that the Sonic Frontiers website is out there now. This means that Sega could finally be about to break their silence on Sonic Frontiers, and maybe Origins while they're at it. Speaking of Origins, before anybody suggests that the world premiere that I talked about earlier could actually be for Sonic Origins, I don't think that's the case at all. Sonic Origins is basically a re-release of Sonic's classic games which have already been out there for decades now, so would you call that a world premiere? Nah, I don't think so. I suggest bookmarking the Sonic Frontiers website and checking back regularly, because the second it gets an update, you know but I'll be among the front lines of those rushing over to YouTube to talk about it. Sonic Frontiers, while I know next to nothing about you at all, I and many others are excited for you to be a playable game already, so hurry it up, we're waiting! Before I end the video off, I want to bring up the Game Awards one more time to talk about two other possibilities related to Sonic. Along with Sonic Origins and Sonic Frontiers, we also have Sonic Prime and the Sonic movie sequel to look forward to. The movie sequel is expected to drop this April, though we haven't gotten our trailer for it. Paramount, what's the holdup? But apparently the trailer was just finished and it'll be dropping soon. I made a video related to that if you would like to check it out. And then there's Sonic Prime, the Netflix series that's also coming out next year, but that's a tentative release date. No exact month has been given as part of that release date, so it's still up in the air as to when it will drop. It's also in the same state as Sonic Frontiers, as we know little to nothing about it, except that we'll see different iterations of Sonic and the rest of the cast across a series of universes that make up the Metaverse, which was named in the Sonic Central Direct. It wasn't shown, but it was mentioned. So that much we do know about the storyline of Sonic Prime, but as far as when it will drop, well, couldn't tell you if I wanted to. But as far as the Game Awards go, I find it more likely that we'll hear more about Sonic Frontiers, or maybe Sonic Origins, before we hear anything about Sonic Prime or the Sonic movie sequel. Mainly because the Game Awards revolves primarily around, well, the video game industry. But that industry has exploded like crazy over the years, to the point it's impacting other forms of entertainment, including the movies. We did just get a live-action movie with Sonic after all, and the sequel's on the way in 4 months. So, both Sonic Prime and the Sonic movie sequel certainly are not disqualified from being brought up at the Game Awards, if that is to happen. Ultimately, guys, we have a lot to look forward to as Sonic fans. I know the wait has been painful, I know the wait has been suspenseful, and definitely frustrating, but don't worry. I think we are nearing the end of it. I hope we are, because it's been driving us all crazy! Oh, and before this gets brought up in the comments, let me address it right now. I know about the article going around saying that Paramount is planning a live-action series for Sonic based on the movies they've made for him. But I'm here to tell y'all right now, don't buy into it. It ain't happening. At least not right now it isn't. And why do I say with certainty that it isn't happening? Well, that's easy enough to figure out. What is Paramount working on right now? Oh, the Sonic live-action movies? Bingo, we got a smart guy. But yeah, they're working on movies for Sonic right now, which would leave them with little to no room to adding a live-action series to the mix, especially when you consider all the other unnamed projects that they could be working on right now. As well, the Sonic movie sequel hasn't come out yet, so they don't have the results necessary that could either justify them or not justify them adding in a live-action series. As much as I would want to see it happen, the timing for it just doesn't make sense right now, so yeah, don't buy into that article about a live-action series with Sonic. It ain't happening just yet. So in case you're wondering why I never made a video about the possibility of a live-action series with Sonic, well, now you know why. That's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know your feedback with those likes and comments down below. And if you want to keep up my content, just hit that sub button and ring that bell, ding ding ding, to stay up to date. What do you think about Sonic possibly showing up at the Game Awards? Do you think he'll show up there, or do you not think he will? And also, what do you think about the Sonic Frontiers website being a thing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Till then guys, I'm a dip, but I'll see y'all next time. Take care, don't forget, blue blurs for life, and, although it's a little early, happy holidays. See you soon.